Did you know there's a built-in button sew-on stitch on the Bernina 570 Quilters Edition sewing machine? Now we do this a little bit more fun with our Bernina Stitching Cosmos online course. We partner them with tassels, and of course you can add buttons to just about anything. Now there is a Bernina button sew-on foot number 18 available to you, but I'm going to show you how to do it with your open toe foot. Works with most buttons. Now that extra foot is nice if you were wishing to have a shank of thread so your button could button to another piece of fabric. So here we're doing more decorative where we don't need that extra separation. We want the buttons to be stitched directly and flat against the fabric. The stitch you're looking for is in the buttonhole menu, and scroll down till you find stitch number 60. So first off, I am a fan of lowering the feed dog. So I'm reaching over to the side and pushing that feed dog lowering box all the way in until it stays indented and the feed dog function box turns yellow. Now it does tell me that foot 18 is my ideal foot, but I'm going to go ahead and tell the machine that I'm going to be using the 20C foot, and then everybody will be happy. So you do see that it's just a stitch back and forth. So how does the machine know what size of button I'm stitching? Well, here's the trick. Those holes are approximately all the same stitch width, which the machine has determined to be 4 millimeters wide. And that is true for most buttons out there. So let's just say 99% of them. Now, if you do find you have a unique style of button width, then just adjust the stitch width to accommodate how wide the eyes are. But all in all, most of the time, you can just go ahead, put the right foot on, and stitch them in place. If you happen to have a 4-holer, I like to start in the holes that are closest to you. And you can kind of see right now, the needle is kind of leaning off to the left side. And that is true. This stitch will start with the needle in the left position. So position the button so the left hole is underneath the needle. I've hand lowered it down in place, lowered the presser foot, and then as I just test to make sure that the swing of the needle is correct, you did see it takes one extra stitch off to the side, but once it has actually made the hole on the right side, step on your foot control and just stitch until it stops. There's those few locking stitches, and then it pauses. So it stops, but when it's done. Lift up the foot, and I usually don't even cut the thread between the first set of holes and the second set of holes. So just go ahead. I've slid the button to me just a little bit, lowering the presser foot. I'm going to make sure that that swing is no problem, and I can see that it is lined up, and just step on the foot control. Now here's a trick. At the end, it is okay to touch the scissor button to cut the thread. It will pick a hole for you to stitch in. Now if you never want that button to come off, put a little drop of fray check or fabric glue that will dry clear, and then those threads will never let loose. Remember to bring your feed dogs back up for when you're sewing your next seam.